Sure.
Raise your hand if you're sure, like that kind of thing. Is that what you do? Uh,
Oh,
you remember that old commercial, don't you?
great reference. Yes.
What if you're not
Yes.
sure? 'Cause Grading Connections podcast
I'm
episode.
sure enough for a video chat at least.
Depends. This is an HD.
Hey, I did shower and put deodorant on after I went to the gym this morning.
Yeah, this isn't smell-o-vision. Uh,
Thank God.
Thank you for watching Creating Connections podcast episode 47. Yeah,
7:47. Yep.
47. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gitomer certified advisor Mitch Taylor,
And I'm certified personality trainer Vickie Musni.
and today we are going to talk about a subject that came up. We just got back from our Tampa trip where we
Yes.
presented Creating Sales Connections, and we may actually have that audio available for download and purchase on our site later.
Fun.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So,
That's your department.
yeah, I know. It's all my department, but I thought I'd throw it out there for our viewers. If they're interested in getting a copy of 3.5 hours of content. Yeah, we had a
That
break
was a
in
lot.
between there, though. So I still have to
Tell
edit
me
out the
to
break.
keep recording during the break.
I probably
When I was
did.
out, I was out creating connections with the people that I met down the hall from the other conference.
I probably did.
Did I show you that photo?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
They were completely wasted. They were hilarious. Anyways.
So at the very tail end of that seminar, and this is something I've done before with creative consultations, I shared a quote that I learned from Matt Grauman.
Mhm.
Matt is out of Simi Valley, California, and I heard the quote from him, but it originally is attributed to George Lopez, who runs J&M Entertainment and J&M Events out of Valencia, California. And the quote is, "Sell when you perform and perform when you sell." And that struck a chord with you.
It did. It did. I love it because, especially as someone who writes books and teaches seminars, I'm constantly thinking about, okay, I have to focus. What points am I going to hit in this particular seminar? What are we going to, how much material can we cover? How are we going to attack this? And we're trying to kind of segment everything. And okay, now we're going to talk about sales. Now we're going to talk about marketing. Now
Right.
we're going to talk about performance. And we have to separate them. But the reality is they're so interconnected. And I love that because I think it brought the idea together that no, you can't just segment, okay, now I'm at the wedding. Now I'm doing my performance. That's also marketing.
Yes,
That's also selling. When you're performing live in an event, you're in front of potential future customers.
it is a circle of sales life. And I love how George put that. And I've gotten to know George much better than I ever did before. When I first heard that quote, I didn't know George from anybody. And now I've at least had a chance to break bread with the man and chat. He's
Yes.
amazing at sales. The guy is phenomenal at sales. Has a major company out of LA. But from that standpoint, yeah, it's that circle. Sell when you perform, and you're performing when you sell as well. And a lot of people don't look at it that way. And I don't want you to think that you're performing from a standpoint of being fake.
Of acting.
Yeah,
It's not that.
no, it's
It's that
not.
idea of on,
Yes,
being on stage
that's
and
it.
yeah.
That's
But it's
it.
not a fake. It's being the you that's
It's
professional, the you that knows what you're doing and
it's
the
being
you.
on, and it's also being present with your audience.
Yes.
When you're present with your audience, you are truly connecting. That's what this podcast is about, is creating connections. So when you're present with your audience, you're on. You're there with them.
Mhm.
And when your marketing is working, when that phone is ringing because of that piece you created, you know that marketing is being present with the audience and communicating directly to them.
Well, and I don't remember, but this is why it struck me, and it was right before or right after. I don't remember the order we did the quote and the Q&A, but having that conversation um, with the gentleman Steve, and hearing him talk about, you know, I'm having trouble putting into practice all of these sales techniques that you're
Right.
telling me because I'm not getting the meeting. And to me, that okay, then we got to back up and take a look at the marketing.
Yeah.
Well, where do you get your marketing from? Well, you've got to look at those clients that you have performed for.
Yes.
And so it's all interconnected. It's about the connections that you're making with the other professionals that you work with,
Hmm.
your clients, the other people that see you perform. But if you're connecting well with the photographer and the videographer, for example, that are there as the entertainer, that's how you're going to get the pieces that you need to help you with your marketing.
Yes.
I mean, you still have to plan and think about how you want to present it and the verbiage that you're going to use, but those photos and those videos of the actual performance, that's what's going to, become your marketing pieces that in turn help you get the sales appointment. So
You
you
got to
can't.
think what's going to speak directly to that client. Think about one of your favorite songs. What's one of your favorite songs that you have? And I'm sure at some point in time, you had a song in your life that came into your life that you felt, he is singing about me.
Brad Paisley does that a lot.
Yeah.
I
Kenny
swear,
Chesney does that
Brad,
a lot for me,
Brad and
but
Kim and Craig and I think we would be such good friends because I just think that she and I are a lot alike because those songs that he writes for her, I know they're really about me.
wait, what songs did he write for who? What are you talking about?
Brad Paisley and
The
the
song.
songs that he writes about his wife.
Aw.
I just relate to them. Like I
Like
think that
I'm still a
we would be
guy.
a
Oh.
couple. Almost flipped you off, but I remembered that we recorded. Probably shouldn't do that.
That's great. But I wasn't doing good enough then. I need to do a better job at performing here, so I can get you to flip me off. Um, no, but really, if you think about it, if you ever felt like that song was written for you, that's what your marketing should do for your clients,
Yeah, it has to touch people at an emotional level.
and not just touch them, but cause them to react.
Mhm.
John Taffer, I think, has been quoted as saying, as a DJ, you're not playing songs, you're playing reactions. I may be paraphrasing a little bit there, but that's the gist. And that's what your marketing needs to do. Your marketing needs to cause a reaction, a feeling, an emotion, to evoke something, and then cause the ultimate, which is pick up the phone and call you or contact you
Mhm.
on the web. And so when
But
you're
they don't
looking at,
do that if they don't feel something.
right, yes,
And well, and we talked about that at the seminar on Monday too, and just that whole, features versus benefits. And, you know, you don't want to just talk about yourself for one thing. You
right,
definitely don't want to be talking about your equipment, your gear, your lighting, your whatever. You have to put it into terms that people care about.
yeah,
And they only care about what they care about. Was it Jim Cerrone that was the one that always says the radio station?
yeah, we FM,
So
what's in it for me?
yeah. And you have to put yourself in their shoes. What do they want? They want to know what you're going to do for them.
Yeah,
What can you create? How are you going to make them feel? How are you going to make their guests feel?
what
And
is the biggest problem they need solved?
mhm,
And whatever that is, that's all sales is find a need and fill it. Something else on marketing I want to touch on real quick.
mhm.
Our good friend Scott Faber, who we're going to see here coming up in just
Yes, very soon.
very soon here, he did a presentation. I think it was a presentation or a breakfast or something that I saw a long time ago now. But he made a comment, and I even quoted this in my very first article I ever wrote for Disc Jockey News. And we talked about is your marketing congruent?
Mm,
And from that standpoint, that's so true as well. Your business cards have to match your website. Your website have to match, any other marketing materials that you produce. It all has to be congruent. One can't have an old logo with an old slogan and,
yep.
oh, well, I haven't ordered new business cards yet because I just changed my website, or or vice versa.
Yep, exactly.
What business cards are cheap enough? I mean, seriously.
One, to take it one step further, it has to match who you are too.
Yes.
And Dave Tourney has a great blog about that. I think it's called "Are You as Glossy as Your Marketing Materials?"
Yeah.
And he talks about the fact that if you, especially as a single op or a solopreneur or the owner of the company,
Hmm.
you are always on. You don't know when you're going to make that next connection. It could be the person sitting next to you on the airplane or in line in front of you at the coffee shop, and you're always on.
Well, and even as performers, and I want to delve too much, we're going to probably make this, not probably, we are going to make this a
Yeah.
three-part series here for you. So today we're discussing the marketing side of it. Next week we're going to talk about the sales side of it. And then finally we'll talk about the performance side of it. And then we'll wrap it all on a nice big ball for our 50th episode here
Fun.
coming up. But not just to touch on the performance side a little bit too, you're always on stage as a performer.
Absolutely.
Uh, I wonder if I can do this. There was a gentleman that I worked with down in Method, Detroit. God rest his soul. He's passed on. But he was a DJ for our company that I worked for in Method, Detroit. And part of our critique was we used to occasionally take video footage and then watch it through
Hmm.
on back for critique of the talent of the DJ. And
Okay.
this particular party wasn't going very well, and we caught him on video doing one of these.
Whew.
Yeah, except he said another word after what the, and
Mhm.
I didn't. I didn't go there here, but you probably know what I'm talking about. And we got him on video doing that. And think about what the client thinks when they see that.
Mhm.
You know, you need to always be on.
Yep.
Someone is always watching you.
Mm.
Doesn't matter. It's why, if you think, you're Facebooking at your DJ station and, oh, I forgot there's a mirrored window behind me. That's not so good. So,
That's why I think Scott Favor was so good about taking everything and streaming it through his computer.
yeah,
He never has to pick up his phone, so he can have, guests text in, their requests and their,
yeah.
comments that he puts up on the screen and things like that. And if his wife texts him at the same time, he can speak and nothing ever changes. No one would ever know.
Kathleen wouldn't do that, would she?
You never know when there might be a
We guess
family
we should
emergency.
say happy 30th anniversary to Kathleen and Scott.
Sure, they just had a couple days
Yeah.
ago.
So
Yes.
happy anniversary, Kathleen and Scott. You guys are amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. So that's it for today's episode. We're talking about marketing congruency. We're talking about how marketing and sales and performance all tied together. Kind of been sparked by the quote, sell when you perform and perform when you sell, from my good friend George Lopez out of J&M Entertainment of Valencia, California. I'm Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor.
And I'm certified personality trainer Vickie Musni.
You can catch us coming up on the hang on, back up. Creating Connections Tour. I get so caught up in my sales thing sometimes. I
That's
apologize.
okay.
Creating Connections Tour is coming up to Minneapolis here for the morning keynote of NACE. That's going to be on Monday, February 15th. And we'll be in Phoenix just before that. Vickie has a workshop planned on Thursday, February 11th, and then a presentation to the ADJA chapter on February 9th. So if you're watching this before those dates, please feel free to drop by if you're in the Phoenix metropolitan area.
And if this topic of sales, marketing, and performance and how they're all related is resonating with you, be sure that you mark your calendars and you make plans to get to Vegas in March for Mobile Beat, because Mitch is doing a whole seminar called Roar, and he basically walks through a concept. Yeah. If you
I'm
don't,
doing a seminar
Mhm.
in Vegas.
I forget to tell you. Yeah. Don't worry, I've already prepped all your slides for you. You're
I
good
have
to
to
go.
write something?
Nope, it's done.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yes, join us in Vegas, the Roar presentation. If you might have seen it at Midwest DJs Live. If you did, it's completely, not completely new, but almost completely
It's
new.
different.
It's different, that's for sure. Vickie got her hands on it. We tweaked the content. It's going to be good. We're looking forward to presenting at Mobile Beat Las Vegas on Tuesday, March. What day is that? Tuesday, March 14th, off the top of my head. Yeah,
Oh,
15th.
15.
15th.
15.
Tuesday, March 15th. Excuse me. Monday's the 14th. Tuesday, March 15th. I'll be on at 11 a.m. at the Tropicana. Join Vickie before that for her morning workshop, The Power of Personalities in Vegas. That's going to be Monday from 8:30 until noon.
30?
8:30 to noon on Monday. And you can also join.
Okay, you can stay till noon.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Vickie will let you stay for noon for free.
You might
and,
kick us out of the room at 11:30 though.
and the day before, you can join the Sales is Solutions workshop if you want to workshop through the different facets of the sales process. And if you are watching this video, message me, go on Facebook me, whatever. I'm going to hook you up with a special deal just for mentioning this podcast. I
Nice.
will hook you up with a special deal to get in on the workshop.
All
Okay?
right.
Sounds good? What are you going to do? You hook up with a special deal or what?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll get you a special deal as well if you sign up for Vickie's workshop.
Yeah.
Message me, not her, because she doesn't know what she's doing. No, I'm kidding.
You could message either one of us about either workshop. We'll make something happen for you.
Thank you for joining us for Creating Connections Podcast, episode 47. I'm Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor.
Certified personality trainer Vickie Musni.
We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Take